equality and male privilege. Let me ask you something, ladies. Are we men really all that privileged? Now, before I go any further, I know they got some women out there that is tomboy as fuck. They will get out there and do those dirty, dangerous jobs just like a man would. I've seen it. I've seen female wellers, female mechanics, female construction workers. There's women out there that could turn wrenches like a motherfucker. So clearly, if that's you, I'm not talking about you in this rant. What I'm talking about is the ones that's in the purple or purple and pink armpit hair club. Those type. The ones that are not logical thinkers. The type that thinks that they can make a six-figure income just by working at McDonald's flipping hamburgers. 'Cause believe me, if you could make it just by working at McDonald's and make just as much money working at McDonald's as you would working at a very dangerous and dirty job, well, hell, that's where everyone would be. Everyone would be at McDonald's making a killing there. There would be no need to work these dangerous jobs because most of us are only going to be where the money's at. And if Mickey D's is kicking ass and making pay, well, then guess what? Nobody's going to be working at any other jobs other than McDonald's. You see what I'm saying? Clearly, that's not how life works. Us men, by nature, we are providers. So it's in our nature to bust our ass for the things that we have. And work hard to provide for our families. That's our nature. And if there was an easy way to do that, trust me, we would be there. Doing it a lot easier. But in most cases, that's not how life works, so we have to get out there and handle our own. Tell me if this is a privilege. When us men gets forced into divorce court against our will, have our kids stolen from us against our will, getting robbed from our wealth and resources against our will just because you were bored? Or you discovered that Chad was single and your pussy was itching for some Chad cock like you used to get when you were in your 20s. So because you were unhappy, we have to live in poverty and try to make ends meet to survive out there, knowing that we got to pay alimony and child support just because you were not happy. Is that a privilege? We'd be more than happy to share that privilege with you. But we all know that you just cherry-pick through all that shit. Or how about signing up for the draft? Spilling your blood and guts on foreign land, only to come back home, if you survive, that you are not appreciated. You got people that just come into our country free, right over the border, gets a free cell phone, free room and board, free health care, and the veterans that fought for this country are starving on the streets. Is that privilege? How about in the middle of the summer, you get on top of the roof and you roll down some tar paper and nail some shingles, sweating your ass off? That pays good, but are you willing to do it? See, y'all want the benefits, but y'all don't want to put in the work to get those benefits. We have to bust our ass to get where we are. Let's say you wind up going to war. There's a good chance you may not come back home. Or if you do come home, there's a good chance you're going to come home with missing limbs. Let's say, for example, you're so used to writing with your right hand, doing all your work with your right hand. Well, what if you lose that right hand in battle? Then you got to learn how to do everything with your left hand. That could be very challenging. Or worst case scenario, you lose both of your hands or your arms. Maybe you lose your legs too and you're wheelchair bound. Is that a privilege? You see, y'all don't think about what we go through to get these. It's not handed to us for free, trust me. If you can't pay for your kids or afford to take care of your kids, you'll get put in Section 8 housing, getting taken care of by Big Daddy government, aka the taxpayer. If we can't afford to pay for our children, we'll get thrown in jail. Is that a privilege? Y'all never think about that, do you? You just assume that we're a male, we're privileged. No. Apparently you don't see all the work we put in to get there. For most of us, nothing was given to us. It's either we go out there and do what we got to do, or we just starve and be on the streets. It's that simple. So if you want these said privileges, are you willing to put in the work to get it?